Hello, and welcome back to Cars of Glasgow. I'm Thomas, and today we're going to be driving and reviewing the 2024 Model 3. We'll call it the Highland, and we'll also call it the Long Range Dual Motor or all-wheel drive, according to the website. This particular car starts at just over £49,000, I think 49,990 to be exact. There is a base Model 3 rear-wheel drive only, which starts just around £39,990. That car gets a claimed 318 miles of range. Now, this particular car is finished in Stealth Grey, which is a new colour for 2024. It is optional, as you may be aware. The white colour is the standard one, which you see quite often, and it kind of synonymous with Tesla. This grey colour, I think it looks good because it's just not white, and I quite like it. It's a £2,000 option, and these 19-inch Nora alloy wheels are also an option. They're just over, I think they are just £1,500 on their own, so that's quite a good look to the car. They look a little bit different to the outgoing Tesla Model 3. Now inside we do have this black interior. White is an optional extra and the black is included, and that's what this car is. It's £49,990 with about 390 miles claimed range. Now we're going to focus on this dual motor long range today because that's the car I have. There is also a performance model which you could imagine is more performancey. So starting off with, let's go for 0 to 60 in 4.2 seconds, which I think is definitely going to be more than ample because I'm just surrounded by Mazda 2s, Qashqais, Berlingos. Like, none of those cars are going to be doing anything like that, so I think it's definitely going to be fast enough for British traffic. This Model 3 has got quite a few significant upgrades over the previous outgoing model. So some of the things would be like the interior trim, the quality. It feels a little bit more premium than maybe you would have seen in the outgoing model, which is a big kind of change, which a lot of Tesla owners kind of fed back to Tesla, and that's what they've implemented. We now have a better quality microphone, and I do believe there's two microphones instead of one now inside the car for making the calls a little bit more clearer. We also have acoustic glass, which is great as well, just helping with the kind of quieter vehicle cabin noise, etc., because that was another thing that previous Tesla Model 3 owners had advised Tesla. We also have a 17-speaker premium sound system with subwoofers, dual subwoofers, which I can attest to without playing any copyright music. It does sound very bassy and very, like, kind of, it's quite a good sound system in this car, so I'm quite pleased with that. It's also worth noting, get out of the way, the battery for this car, you do have an 8-year warranty from Tesla when you get it new. And regarding charging, I know it's going to vary depending on how much capacity, but let's just take a standard 7 kilowatt home charger. If this was empty, like zero, it's going to be about 11 hours to charge. Now, if you can appreciate, you're probably not going to have it ever on 0% because it's just bricked, and yeah, it's like driving a petrol car. You don't take it to a petrol station with like 0 miles left. This car is also fitted with the full self-driving capability pack, which is £6,800. Now what that means is it reads things like the traffic light, stop signs, it's got auto lane change, and it's got navigate on autopilot. And there's a couple of other features that says coming soon, so that's quite an impressive feat of technology. It's probably where the chunk of the options are in this car, because I said it does start over 49,000, and this car is listed at £60,290 as of June 2024. So the exterior of the new Model 3, you can tell it's the Highland model, partly due to the sleeker headlights. It's got a lower, more aerodynamic front end. It's actually the most aerodynamic Tesla available on sale at the moment, with a drag coefficient of 0.219. And you're also going to notice no front fog lights as well. And round the rear, you're going to notice it's a new model because it says Tesla in the back instead of the T Tesla logo, as well as the one-piece tail light design. Now previously when you lifted up the tailgate, or the light split into two, now it's all one piece, so the whole unit lifts up, and we now have little lights in the bumper as well. Efficiency wise, you're going to see about 4 miles per kilowatt hour. I believe the claimed efficiency is 4.4 miles per kilowatt hour for the dual motor, and the claimed range for this car is 390 miles for the dual motor in 2024. I have no issues with the range at all today. I've got the cooled seats on, aircon on,
and it has been fantastic.
The main difference you're going to see, I guess, if you notice the colour, maybe the alloy wheels, but the main takeaway is you're going to notice it says Tesla on the back, it's got the Tesla badge at the front, and that's really it. Like, that's the main kind of differences over the Model 3 and the Model 3 Highland. I said inside is where things notice that you've got a nice plush kind of suede material on doors, the kind of vinyl top here. Going is the wood on the interior trim. We've now got this kind of woven fabric on top that reminds me a little bit of Polestar 2 that I recently drove. Now let's talk about some other changes that the new Model 3 has over the outgoing model. We have things like the cooled seats, which are a nice, I was going to say warm welcome, but a cooled welcome today. They are ventilated, they're very nice, and I even had a Tesla Model Y owner comment on how nice they are, and it's just nice to have because he doesn't have them in his vehicle. We have the mood lighting, which actually wows the children. Had another friend's child in the back of this car, and they were wowed by the colours and just being able to choose any colour you want on the screen. So that had a little bit of wow factor. We've also got the 8-inch touchscreen in the back, which can cycle through things like your climate, your heated seats in the back, but also can do things like your Netflix, YouTube. It can even play Wii games as well. So there's quite a few things that it can do to entertain rear passengers. So while I'm sitting in traffic, this is a good time to tell you that the car's kind of driving tech is really great. And what I'm really impressed with Tesla is its ability to kind of scan the road ahead. So on the screen in front, I can see things like the traffic lights that reads the cars in front. If they're braking, if they're indicating, it comes up on the screen as well. Even the pedestrians walking. I think that's just a very clever system, and it even just like moves off when the green light happens. It's just like a really clever piece of kit.
So what are my final thoughts on the Model 3 Highland? Well, the main pros are going to be the ventilated seats, the quieter cabin with acoustic glass. We've got the premium feeling materials within the cabin with that mood lighting. The 17 speaker sound system is really great with that bass, which I thought was fantastic on test. And it's really easy to live with. You know, you get used to just using this little credit card key holder thing, keeping your wallet or whatever to live and get in and the car's on. It's got a front boot, which is great just for extra kind of storage to have. I wish more EVs had this. And the suspension is much improved over the outgoing model, and the EV powertrain is pretty superb. I don't really think you could do much better than this. It's got a nice direct throttle, and really there is a main reason that Tesla sells so well. And just look at the Model Y, I think that was the global car of 2023, and this Model 3 is a sibling of that, and it's just as great. So I just want to say thank you so much to Tesla UK for loaning me this Model 3 Highland dual motor. It's been fantastic to have. Hopefully you guys have all enjoyed this video, and please comment below any thoughts or questions you may have. And if you are in the Glasgow area, go and check out the local Tesla network. It is on Kennedy Street. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to check me out on my social medias like Instagram, X, Facebook, etc. As always, stay safe. Thank you so much for watching. Ciao.